Welcome to One Hit Wonderland, where we something, 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 something. Look, I'll be honest, I'm just gonna phone this one in. Look, I got some vacation time coming up. I made plans, and I was thinking maybe I could just head out early and spend the next couple weeks in Myrtle Beach. So I'm just gonna shit out an episode and clock out. So yeah, right, yeah. So if you're wondering how this particular blast from the past wound up on the schedule, well, here was the decision-making process. I asked myself, what song would require the least effort from me? What song do you not need to research or think about or analyze in any way? And yeah, that's how we got here. Laffy Taffy by D4L. By any standards, one of the dumbest number one hit singles of the 2000s. Or any decade, really. And yeah, you heard me, it was a number one hit in 2006, which I don't want to say that was a bad year, but I remember a lot of crap like this. Club bangers that, as far as I was concerned, you couldn't really dance to it. Made by people who had one or at most two hits and then jumped off the face of the earth. I could seriously run this show for years just based on shitty, forgettable rap songs that got big in 2006. But most of those club bangers were, bangers. Laffy Taffy's biggest claim to fame was the single slowest, pokiest, gentlest beat this side of a musical crib mobile. And onto this lazy-ass beat, they rapped a strip club song about strippers that make you think about taffy. I don't even know. So yeah, let's get this over with. I mean, I'm already packed. Yeah, girl, shake that Laffy Taffy, Laffy Taffy. Even if I weren't trying to get to the beach, I probably wouldn't be spending a lot of time on this song. Good Christ. Who cares? No, I'm not gonna completely zone out here. Okay, the name of the group was D4L, which God knows what that means. Sounds like some kind of abbreviation for Craigslist personal ads. Dudes for ladies, dog lovers for lasagna, I don't know. Let me pull up Wikipedia here. Okay, judging by the album cover, D4L stands for Down for Life. They're from Atlanta, which, of course they were. Every rapper from the mid-2000s from Atlanta. And yeah, Atlanta's obviously still huge, but in mid-2000s it was huge to the point of insanity. Like, I think Jermaine Dupri was just picking random guys off the street and throwing them in the studio, and they'd be superstars within a day. Anyway, D4L was four guys: Fabo, Mook B, Stoney, and Shoddy Low. That name sounds familiar. Shoddy Low? Yeah, I think I remember him. He had a couple hits, and didn't know he did Laffy Taffy. I swear he did something recently. What was it? I'm sure it'll come to me. Anyway, let's examine where hip-hop was in 2006. Now walk it out, now walk it out, now walk it out, now walk it out. Answer, not a great place. At least the really popular stuff. A lot of it was pretty bad, from one-hit wonders with not a lot of lyrical skill, but who somehow found a decent beat and a catchy enough hook and got big. We called it ringtone rap. I'm not sure why. Lots of rap, including the good stuff, was used as ringtones. I think the idea is that anything that was called ringtone rap was popular as a ringtone, but nowhere else. Like, that's all it was good for, being a ringtone. And that's about as long as you'd listen to it, as long as it took you to find the phone and shut it off. I mean, ringtones were great for this kind of rap song because you could listen to the good part, which was the chorus, and not have to listen to the verses, which were usually filler garbage. And once ringtones were no longer a hot trend, it disappeared, to be replaced by Vine raps. And God knows what's going to come after that. Songs that play when you fart. You get an app that when you fart, it plays music, and that's where tomorrow's hits will come from. I don't know. So yeah, that's where we were. You can blame a lot of that on the rise of Lil Jon, who was all about loud banging hooks and not necessarily a lot of substance to fill out the parts in between. But Lil Jon's gimmick was interesting enough that he was able to sustain a career out of screaming about 5 or 6 different words. Not so much for most of his followers. Except for Shoddy Low, I guess. I mean, he must have had more of a career, because I do remember him. Yeah, it's coming back to me. He had a couple hits and a couple of guest verses, and oh yeah, he died in a car accident last year. Damn it. God damn it. Well, okay, this episode is now a loving tribute to the late, beloved Shawty Lo, where we talk about the legacy and... Christ, no, I don't have time. The one time I try to rush something out and it turns out the guy just died. Okay, let this be a lesson, kids. This is what happens when you cut corners. Well, I mean, we're still doing the song. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna try and be respectful here. But, I mean, this is a bad song. It's a real bad song. Now, if you were paying attention at the time, you knew how we got here. It wasn't just the ringtone rap, but there was a lot of stuff. Like Sugar and Candy, that's been used in love and or sex songs since, like, candy was invented. But just the year before, there were 2 big, giant rap songs coming off that theme. There was this. And there was the even bigger. I take you to the candy shop. I let you the lollipop. Go ahead. So yeah, sex and candy. Proven formula, always works. But it was also proven that year that rap songs didn't need to sound aggressive or hard. Hey, how you doing, love mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like to hear. Yeah, there were a lot of songs coming out that minimalized the entire thing. They used less music or no bass, just as little as possible. So yeah, you can see how we got to Laffy Taffy. And yet, it's amazing how Laffy Taffy took those elements and made it all go horribly wrong. You fine, but I ain't gonna sweat you, see I wanna poke. The Yin Yang Twins' The Whisper song whispers because it's trying to sound intimate. Wait till you see my dick. In its own Yin Yang Twinsy way. But the beat from Laffy Taffy is emphatically unhot. Shake that Laffy Taffy, that Laffy Taffy, shake that Laffy Taffy. Dun dun dun, dun dun dun, jingle bells, jingle bells. I mean, this doesn't sound hot. It doesn't make anyone think it's sex. Makes me think I'm listening to someone play a particularly slow-moving game of Pong. And candy. Everyone likes candy. Well, look at the girls there, sucking on lollipops. Not hard to make that sexual. How do you get this wrong? Oh, I don't know. How about using the least sexy candy possible? Do you even know what taffy is? This is what taffy looks like. If she's shaking what she's got and it looks like this, if you like your women saggy and shapeless, good for you. I'm not judging. It's just not what I want to look at. Does anyone even eat Laffy Taffy? It's like candy corn, you know? It's just barely candy and barely edible. It's about as appetizing as if they sang, shake that already chewed gum, that already chewed gum. Well, you know what the hey, maybe I just don't understand the artist's vision. You gotta understand where they were coming from. Take it straight from Fabo, who apparently in real life very much likes eating candy, which you can tell, the guy knows his sugary confections. I've never even heard of that. What is that? And he's the one who came up with the Laffy Taffy concept and the entire song. And if you hear them talk about the writing of it, even if you don't like the song, you can respect how much heart and soul D4L poured into it when you hear Fabo say, quote, I hated the song, I swear to God I hated the song, I can remember Shawty Lo calling home from jail saying, don't put that song out. And I can't believe I'm saying this, because I don't like 50 Cent at all, but even he had better lines than D4L did.
I'm trying to explain, baby, the best way I can. I'm melting your mouth, girl, not in your hand.
You know, that's a decent line. Not great, but, 5, 6 out of 10. Meanwhile... Girls call me Jolly Rancher, oh, 'cause I stay so hard, you can suck me for a long time, oh my God, girl. Okay, if I'm a big name rapper, I'm not comparing my junk to a Jolly Rancher, which, is like, what, this big? A Jolly Rancher actually will melt in your hand. Real quick, too, because, again, they're very small. Like, it's not even a song about sex. It's about skeeving on dancers at the strip club and groping them. Girl, let me touch you. I will never tell. Security guard don't scare nobody. Damn right, I took that. So, like, it's not just, like, gross imagery. It's also gross on a personal level. And if you're in any kind of decent place, yes, the guard does care. This guy's about to eat some Laffy pavement. So what was it? What made the song big? Was it just the dance? I don't know. One thing you learn about music history is that it's like the history of anything else. Things don't succeed because they're good, it's just trends. Trends sweep dictators into power. Trends put Laffy Taffy on the top of the charts.
You made it skeet, skeet, skeet. Like
See, it's the mid-2000s, so we gotta get a skeet in there. No, Laffy Taffy got big not because it was good, it was because Candy Shop was big the year before. Laffy Taffy got big because people wanted music to play when they got a phone call. This was, for a little while, the single most downloaded song of all time, because it already sounded like an average ringtone. It was like this perfect storm of terrible that could only have happened that year. Anyway, that's what I remember about Laffy Taffy. And, let's get the rest of the crap out of the way, because, I got a plane to catch. D4L only ever released one more single.
and we back, bitch, 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 bitch.
Calling me a bitch?
A bitch can't do it like me. A bitch can't do it like me.
No, it's betcha. As in, they're saying betcha can't do it like me, which is the name of the song, you betcha.
A bitch can't do it like me. Prince O in the house and the rubber to the south and I gotta let him know.
True enough, I can't do it like them. I'm being serious, I can't. Look at them, like they are going all out.
Ain't nothing but a pivot inside she can go. When I'm geeked up, they can watch me roll.
It's weird to me that Shawty Lo was the one with the solo career, because Fabo seems to be the focal point of the group. He's up there dancing and popping and locking, like he's throwing everything at it. And as for the other two guys, Mook B and Stoney, I don't know. I'm not surprised they didn't take off. Honestly, I'm not sure one of them even exists. There is supposed to be a fourth guy. Like, where is he? I have no clue. And, yeah, this is not my kind of hip-hop, but at least it's got more energy than Laffy Taffy did. The lyrics don't really deserve any more attention, but at least I like the machine gun flow.
I'll knock a nigga ass to the floor, ask Carlo, ask Fabo,
And this did make the rap chart, so if you were a hip-hop head that year, you might remember it. And a bunch of other hip-hop songs that sounded like this. Okay, apparently D4L was also called Snap Music, which is a way better name for it than ringtone rap. I didn't know it was called that, but yeah, I totally remember snapping being a thing. Because snapping your fingers is like a dance move, except anyone can do it. Yeah, there's a pretty direct line between Fabo and, this shit the year after. If you want to know what finally killed ringtone rap, I'm putting it all on this kid. And that was it for D4L. They never officially broke up. I was hoping to find some kind of beef that would be entertaining, but it's just like none of them thought D4L was going to be successful. Which would be the logical conclusion, but reality sometimes says screw logic. And they were completely blindsided by their success, so when Laffy Taffy took off, they were already working on solo projects. And once they finished those, they just never found the time to work together again, so that was the end of them. Which is, such a shame. Okay, let's see, what do I remember about Shawty Lo?
Hey, hello, they know.
Oh yeah, this was him. Yeah.
Hello, they know.
Hello. He's saying L-O, as in Shawty Lo, L-O, get it?
Say they see three, I'm the one in the middle. I don't need his beat, I can rock it acapella.
Amazing how much better this dude sounds when he has an actual beat behind him. Not saying the guy's a lyrical mastermind or anything, but yeah, this is pretty decent. Which, thank God, I did not want to have to shit-talk the poor guy through the entire review while he's still being mourned. And let's see what else. And oh yeah, there was that big feud he had.
Add the fire to the flame. Who mentioned Bankhead didn't say my name?
Yeah, see, Bankhead is the project he's from, and the guy who mentioned Bankhead and didn't mention Shawty Lo was T.I. This started like a minor feud. Like, this was Shawty Lo low-key blasting T.I. for not being street enough. Which is pretty rich coming from a guy who made his name off of goddamn Laffy Taffy. But then again, T.I. was kind of vulnerable at the time. He was making, like, really terrible pop songs like Whatever You Like. And the main thing T.I. has contributed to music this decade is Iggy Azalea. So, you know, maybe Shawty Lo kind of had a point. But both those guys said the beef was never much of a beef, and, you know, they were pretty cool with each other in the end. Shawty Lo never got to release his second album while he was alive. Fabo tried for a solo career too, but it never really took off. Last anyone heard from Shawty Lo before his death, he was making this network special about him and his 10 baby mamas.
And 10 baby mamas.
Gangsta.
Yeah, it did not make it to air. Yeah, it turns out that was not a very popular premise for his show. Yeah, who the hell thought that was a good idea? And then he died last year. He's still very well remembered in Atlanta. He was indeed down for life, as brief as it was. No. I mean, yeah, sure. No, of course not. I don't know. Look, Laffy Taffy was not a good song. That's all I wanted to say when I started this episode. Just want to make an episode real quick about the worst song I could remember, and now here we are. Okay, yeah, this episode was a total disaster. Well, I'll have a lot of time to think about how to make a better episode next time while I'm on the beach. Have a good summer, everybody.